From their rise in the 14th century, the Ottomans were unstoppable, storming through lands, building a vast empire that rivaled any the world had seen. But for hundreds of years, they had one ultimate ambition that eluded them: the conquest of Europe. Time and again they tried, and time and again they failed. But what if I told you that the influence of the Ottoman Empire and its cultural legacy is quietly yet powerfully making a comeback in Europe today, not by force, but by movement, migration, and the merging of cultures? Could we be witnessing, in a way, the return of the Ottoman dream? Stick around, because in the next 10 minutes, we're diving deep into how history could be repeating itself in unexpected ways. Our story begins in 1299 when a small Turkish principality led by Osman I started expanding across Anatolia. This would become the foundation of the Ottoman Empire. By the 15th century, the Ottomans had grown into one of the most powerful empires in the world, with Constantinople as their capital, a city that stood as a gateway between East and West. They were unstoppable in Asia and North Africa, but Europe was the final frontier. The Ottomans believed that conquering Europe would be their crowning achievement. But what drove them so relentlessly toward the West? Partly it was strategic. Europe was a land of wealth, trade, and power. But it was also ideological. The Ottoman sultans saw themselves as leaders of the Islamic world and wanted to spread their influence across Europe. They captured the Balkans and much of Eastern Europe, taking control of places like Hungary, Greece, and parts of Romania. But when it came to Vienna, the heart of Central Europe, they couldn't break through, not once, but twice. So why, despite their unstoppable might, did the Ottomans fail to fully conquer Europe? The answer lies in a combination of fierce European alliances, military innovations, and geography. By the time the Ottomans were at their peak, European states were uniting against them, forming powerful alliances like the Holy League. European advancements in warfare, like the development of cannons and muskets, also gave them a critical edge. And then, there was geography. Mountainous terrain and harsh winters in Europe presented challenges that the Ottomans weren't always prepared for. Even though they never fully conquered Europe, the Ottomans left an indelible legacy on the continent. From the Balkans to Austria, we see Ottoman influence in architecture, language, cuisine, and even culture. The once powerful empire may be long gone, but its impact still lingers, especially in Eastern Europe. Cities like Sarajevo, for example, still show signs of Ottoman rule in their mosques, bridges, and markets. But today, something even more fascinating is happening. A different kind of Ottoman influence is spreading across Europe. In the last few decades, Europe has witnessed significant migration from countries once part of the Ottoman Empire or its neighboring regions, Turkey, Syria, and the Balkans, among others. This wave of migration has led to a cultural resurgence, a blending of Eastern traditions within Western Europe. Unlike the past, this isn't a conquest by military force. It's a blending, a quiet shift in European demographics and culture. Some see this as a beautiful fusion of cultures, a modern tapestry woven from the East and West, but others fear it could lead to cultural tensions and shifts in Europe's identity. This silent influence may be reshaping Europe in ways the Ottomans could never have achieved through warfare alone. The question now is, could this movement, this migration, fulfill the Ottoman dream of a Europe deeply influenced by Eastern culture? The answer is complex. With millions of people bringing their traditions, languages, and lifestyles, Europe is evolving. Cities like Berlin, Paris, and London are vibrant mosaics where East meets West. We're seeing a fusion that even the most ambitious Ottoman sultans could never have anticipated. But this isn't about conquest, it's about coexistence. Whether this shift strengthens Europe's unity or challenges it remains to be seen. The story of the Ottoman Empire's ambitions in Europe remains unfinished, but not in the way many of us imagined. History has a strange way of repeating itself, not with the clash of swords and cannons, but with the subtle merging of people, ideas, and cultures. What the Ottomans sought through conquest is in some ways happening today through unity, migration, and multiculturalism. The impact of the Ottomans and their cultural legacy lives on, quietly influencing Europe even in the 21st century. So the next time you walk through a European city, remember, you're walking through layers of history. You're witnessing the dreams and ambitions of empires, still alive and breathing in ways we might never have expected.